Let the Eurovision Song Contest begin!
Hello and welcome. Hi Liz, how are you?
I am very warm and happy in my house. Not as warm and happy as you. I really wish everyone could have a look. I should take a photo of what you're wearing. It's pretty.
Yeah, go for it. How are you going to do it? Are you using a laptop? You could take a phone photo. I should have thought about this before I put on my dinosaur
I'll get
onesie,
the iPad.
Which is... Yeah, go for it. Look, I'm not stopping you from doing it.
This must be thrilling podcasting, by the way.
Well, after that brief interlude, so you could make me famous on Instagram,
Woo-woo!
we're back. So welcome to Belgium week. It's Belgium fortnight, I think, just based on the number of entries we've got to get through.
It's definitely Belgium. Can I say because I will put this picture up of you on Instagram, can I actually get feedback from everybody as to, we're not quite sure what you actually are in your onesie. We're debating if you're a pineapple or a chicken or...
Maybe I'm a Pokemon of some description.
When you have a tail, don't they have tails? You don't have a tail.
No, I don't have a tail,
In case we start
though.
like controversy on the
tailless.
internet, you don't have a tail.
Instead of talking about my stylish fashion choices, do you think maybe we should let our fans know that, one, they are listening to the Douze Points podcast? Welcome.
Woo-woo!
Thank you for coming. I want to give a
Best podcast in the world.
in the universe, right? Before we get started, I want to give a little shout out to a couple of people, right? They listen every week without fail. They engage with us, and we want them to feel a little bit warm inside when they listen to Belgium Week. So, because there's not too many great songs to start off with, so let's give them a moment before we start. I want to say hello, Alexander. Hi, Emily. Hi, Connor. Hi, Raf. Thank you so much for being with us for another week. Unless one of you's not listening, then screw you. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, how quickly you turn. How quickly
I
you
turn. No, they're all here, and we love them so much for being here. Thank you for always listening. I think they want to hear
say
about...
that like, what if we get our like ratings back for this week and it's like we have like negative listens?
Like we owe Spotify
awkward.
a couple of listens. That would be really shit. All right, we got to get to it. So this week is Belgium, 61 entries. First Eurovision ever was their first Eurovision, 1956. 51 finals, 3 absences, 1 victory, 2 null points, 5 last places, and 25 top 10s. It is a wild ride in Belgium.
Oh, it's touching sort of every sort of aspect of the circle. Like, we have been front row, we have been back row, we have been denied entry, we've scalped, we've bought a fake ticket, the police have taken Belgium off in handcuffs. Not always a good ride.
It's pretty wild, but we do have to begin right at the beginning of Eurovision. So that would be the 1956 contest in, was it Lausanne in Switzerland or Lugano? I can't remember. Anyway, it was in Switzerland.
It was in Europe.
It was in Europe somewhere.
Does that help? It was definitely in Europe.
Now,
yes.
1956 is really interesting because Belgium sent 2 singers.
I know, what was that? Because when I did like a Google search, it came up with the 2, and I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? This is anarchy.
What is happening?
Could you send 2 entries back in the day?
So apparently, the very first contest, everyone sent 2 songs. I knew Lissacia for Switzerland had sent 2 songs to the first contest.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you could send 2 people to the contest, right?
Yeah. Can you imagine today if every country could send 2 songs? We would need a Eurovision fortnight. How many semi-finals would you need?
Yeah, I'm not against that.
Yeah, like I'm all for it, to be honest, but
yeah, like
that's a lot of semi-finals.
Budget-wise, it might be a bit of a organizationally, it might not be the easiest thing for them to do.
We can have like a crowd fund or something. But was that because like back in the day there were like 3 countries participating? They were trying to pad it out, maybe?
I think it was, literally I think there was 7 countries.
Ah, okay.
I think. Don't I'm not certain. But
there was
something like that. So there was room. There was room for them to have 2 songs each.
There was not the 329 entries that we have this year every year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't used to let stupid, ridiculous countries like Australia join.
Yeah.
That would make them pretty stupid if they ever let Australia join Eurovision.
Letting Australia in. What's next?
Who knows? Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, who knows? So, 1956, their first song they sent was Food le Clerc with the song, oh God, okay, strap in. I've got to get my French on here. Messieurs les Nois de la Seine, which means the drowned men of the Seine. What a cheery title that one is.
Oh, so kicking it off with a happy, cheery,
get it up here.
Isn't the first rule of Eurovision don't mention the war? So have they decided to just do a 3-minute song about all the dead people from the war, pretty much, who are now in the river?
So the Wikipedia summary of this one is Leclerc sings that he's trapped in a loveless marriage and wishes to drown himself in the Seine, which is depressing.
Oh, was that a thing back in the 50s? People would throw themselves.
They didn't have Tinder, so they couldn't do anything.
They didn't have Ashley Martin,
exactly. Ashley Madison. Ashley Madison.
That's
Ashley Martin is the hair regrowth company.
Oh, but no, come on! Divorces existed since the dawn of time, so that was not an option. Right? Didn't want to get a lawyer.
What do you think about this one?
Well, now that I know it's a cry for help, I feel really bad saying anything negative about it. Oh my God. Look, it's Fudd, who will be back again.
Fudd.
Who will be back again. Look, this isn't it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but it's not the great. It's not exciting. Like I said, it's very, it makes you want to throw yourself off a bridge into the Seine River, to be honest, and now it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Now there's context.
It's kind of on point. If that's what you're aiming for, then, well done.
Technically,
bravo.
Technically, he's also avoided rule number 1. He hasn't mentioned the war, unless it's an emotional war between him and his conscience.
Oh, boom. Deep. Yeah.
Oh, a few more points maybe. All right, what have you given this one?
Well, can I say, now that you've said that, that proves, straight men not dealing with their emotions since 1956. Oh, my Lord. I can't even remember what I wrote down. Oh, God. Okay, I gave the song a 4. I gave the performance a 4 and a fashion a 4.
For a total of 12.
Yeah.
I've given the song a 7, actually. I kind of actually really like this song.
Okay.
I gave the performance a 5 because I can't really tell, what he was doing. And I've given the fashion a 5 because, as you know, there's no video of the 56 contest. That's a total of 17 from me.
I judge him for fashion for with the photos, because there are usually a photo of the entrant. So I just sort of give it a once over and sort of go from there. Yeah. So what do you think about the second entry?
So, in a complete change of pace from Belgium at the same contest, they also sent Moni Mark with the song Le plus beau jour de ma vie, the most beautiful day of my life.
Can I point out Moni is a lady? When I heard the name Moni,
yes,
I was not expecting a lady to come out,
to pop out at you.
Yeah.
Do you think Moni was married to Fudd, and when he threw himself into the Seine, it was the best day of her life? Do you think?
No. Oh my
it's just
Lord!
A really long narrative arc.
Where to start about this song? Okay, so basically it's Moni, and she is singing about getting married. Sigh. Because in 1956, that apparently was the only thing that women were good for.
That was what women wanted. Yeah, that's what you strived for.
The only thing they lived for.
You were there.
You don't need to go to university, girl, and like, you know, cure cancer or invent space travel. No, this is going to be the most exciting day of your life. Okay, this is looking into the lyrics of this one. The bells are ringing, they're a chiming. The most beautiful day of my life. Yeah, take that, future kids. You ain't shit. Today, I'm getting married. Ding dong, ding dong. Oh, and I love it. You remember back in the day where, you know, there were words that now their context has completely changes, like gay. Had a very different meaning.
Yes.
In 1956.
Gay is where you go on a podcast dressed as an orange dinosaur thing.
There you go. Back in 1956, you could go to Eurovision and you could sing about your subdued organ. Yeah.
See, this is why I don't translate lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
I just let you translate them so I can enjoy the song.
Well, no, this is why she's got a skip in her step. A subdued organ, everything is clearing up. Wait for it. The portal is wide open.
Oh,
get out of here with your gangster rap filth. You kiss your mother with that mouth? That's disgusting. I don't want to hear about your portal. Okay. Luck accepts me with open arms. Your eyes caress my fine golden ring. You dirty hoe.
She's a gold digger. Monty the gold digger.
It's like, I don't want to hear about your ring. You're not marrying me. I don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
The space of a moment, I remake the oath of living to love you faithfully. For a start, girlfriend, don't live to love anybody except yourself, girlfriend.
That's right.
Yeah, I hate this. I gave the song a 0. I gave the performance 1 and the fashion 1.
Wow, for a total of 2.
Yeah, don't be keeping your sisters down.
Oddly enough, I prefer the song about drowning himself in the river to this one.
So do I.
I've just given 5s straight across the board. This one didn't offend me and I didn't have too much context.
Yeah. Well, could it be that because whoever he married, her whole point in life was getting married, and now that day was done, she had nothing to talk about, nothing to do, no hopes and dreams, was just bitter, broken. That was it. That was the best. I've got nothing.
Oh, no, on that positive note, we're going to go straight across to 1957. Bobby Jean Scherpen with Stratdeutsche. Street tune.
I like the Stratdeutsche. It's a good sounding word.
I think my Dutch is a little better than my French. I'm not certain, but it feels like I'm in a closer ballpark with that one.
We'll wait till we get the hate mail.
Okay, wait till we're banned from Amsterdam. So this one is very notable for whistling. Am I right?
That's exactly what I've written down. It starts with 30 seconds of whistling by the singer, because that's what you do in a singing competition. Whistle.
It's still sound you make with your mouth. I'm pretty sure it's totally legal.
Look, I can make some sounds with my mouth. I'm not about to do them on the stage of Eurovision.
Save them for me on the Zoom call, baby. Save them all for me on the Zoom call.
Oh my God. Can I also say with like Baba Jan, his hair cannot be real. I spent the whole performance waiting for the bear cub on his head to wake up. That hair can't be real. Yeah. The other thing is, not only is this song like the majority of this song is whistling, the other bit of the song that isn't whistling is la 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 la. There's a lot of la la laing, whistling and la la la.
I feel like little weird non-singing sounds like ding dong and la la la's were like way more prevalent back then. I don't know if that was just a sign of the times, but I don't really have much to say about this one. I've given the song a 6. I think it's a wholesome little number. Performance a 3. Fashion a 5 for a total of 14.
No, I didn't like this at all. He's standing with his hands in his pockets, which I hate. He's bored. He doesn't care. And his suit is ridiculously tight around his middle.
Oh, I saw that. That suit is off-putting, right?
It was so awful. It was so awful. So I gave the song a 1, the performance a 1, and the fashion 0.
Wow,
get a suit that fits.
Did not like early Belgium for a total of 16.
I am in a mood. I might have been sitting there like I was waiting for my hot chips to cook, so I was just angry.
All right, let's move on to 1958. It's your boy Fud Leclerc. He's back again.
Fud
Two-time
is
Fuds,
back.
they call him, with Ma Petite Chatte, My Little Sweetie, which finished 5th.
Can I say, though, when he performs, could they have found a shorter microphone for him to use? Like, it's at his navel, just about.
I didn't even notice that. I think I was just, you know what it was? I think I was distracted by all the finger dancing because that was my jam for this whole performance. Something I noticed about Belgium at the start is there's a lot of hand dancing. I'm doing it. I'm doing it into the camera right now. You can't see this as a podcast, but you can see this. He's
a playful
back,
bastard. That's what I get.
He's back, and he's not hurling himself into a river this time. Things are going good. He got that divorce. He moved. He got on Tinder. He's a good boy. What did you think about this one?
Look, I gave the song a 4, but I give the performance a 7. Fud was just rocking it. I was all about Fud.
Fud was feeling himself, right?
Yeah. It was about the only thing he wasn't doing on stage. I gave the fashion a 1. I really think he let himself down in the fashion department.
I found this song, like, it was good. I think I was more excited by the dancing. I gave this song a 6. It didn't move me in any way really, but I was kind of caught up in it. Like the performance. Performance got a 6.
Because of Fud.
Because it's Fud. Because it's our boy Fud. The finger dancing,
it's very engaging.
Very, very, right? It's like alluring almost. And also, I've given the fashion a 5 because that jacket was huge.
Yeah, it was just that's why I gave it a 1 because it was distracting from him. I wanted to be closer from Fud, not have a barrier.
No, get all up in his fudness. Oh, that was weirder than it was meant to sound. 1959, Lizzie. It's Bob Benny with. Do you want to take a shot at pronouncing this one?
Who touch Van Mij?
Oh, I like it.
Who touch man Vig? It's like who touched my midge? Like
I think it's Mage. May. Who knows?
Oh,
it means do love me.
I like my rap version better.
Yeah, I like your rap version. Yeah. Wacky me dem mage.
Boop, boop.
All right, what did you think about this one?
Look, he had a really nice suit. It was a solid performance, but I've kind of already forgotten it. Like,
yeah,
it was, I mean, it was a solid effort, but it's nothing memorable. I give the song a 4, performance 5, fashion a 5. It was a good suit.
I think the one thing you and I really do agree on a lot. We don't agree on much, but we do agree when something is bland.
Yes.
And I think we've hit on that one with good old Bobby. He's wearing, the only thing I really noticed was how tiny and skinny his bow tie was.
The tie! That's the bit I don't like. I would have given him more for the suit, but it's just, it's ridiculously small. It's like there was there a ration on bow ties in like 59? Because it's clearly been sliced in half and he's had to like share it with another competitor.
Do you think they've like cut it off so they could make the rest of Fud's like jacket the year before?
Yes, that was Belgium just the scrap that was left
out of fabric. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, nothing to report here. 4 from me for the song, 3 for the performance, 3 for the fashion, for a total of 10.
1960. Fud is back. All right.
Yes, he is with. Oh God, no! You've got to try this one. My Frenches are horrible.
All right. Okay. 1960. Fud is back with Fud is back. All right, everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah. Or the French version, Mon amour pour toi.
Mon amour pour toi. Pour toi. My love for you. Which finished 6th. This is one step back from where he came in 1958.
Yeah, I liked his last one better, to be honest.
I think the strategy here was just send Fud until the world just gives in. You know, like San Marino keep trying to do every time they send Sir Hat. They're like, just send Sir Hat until he's the best choice. I think that's what they were doing with Fud.
Well, I actually think if it hasn't already, it needs to actually be written some kind of like San Marino law that they should just sign off that they're just sending Sir Hat every year from now on.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, this one just gave it a 5 across the board. Like, you know, he's a good performer. The fashion was better. But yeah, it just didn't move me.
This one's a bit more bluesy than his previous songs. Like, it's got a bit more swing in the background music. So if that's the kind of song you're after, maybe of Fud's entries, Fud, I don't know, I'm going to call him Fud. This one you might like more. His problem, though, for me, is that he took out all of the finger action, and that's why he placed one place further back. He robbed himself.
He should have doubled down and went double the finger.
Double down. So I've given the song a 5, performance a 5, fashion a 6 for a total of 16.
1961.
Oh, and hey, it's another familiar face. It's Bob Benny again.
Can I say, times were very tough between 59 and 62 in Belgium. There literally there was just one passport in the entire country. So it just sort of got passed between Bob Benny and Fud, basically. That's my explanation.
This is just, the name just says Eurovision entrant, and they just flip the photo over.
Exactly. You just pass it off at the border.
One side is Fud, one side is Benny, one side is Fud. This one was the song September Gouden Rose, which means September Golden Rose. And it finished last.
Yeah. Look, it's not, it's not really a standout song. I mean, I will say, oh my God, the one thing I did note is he is back in his suit with his ridiculously tiny bow tie again.
Yes, right?
Like this, and I think this could have been the other reason of why he got sent, because he's like, but I've already bought the suit. Like, we won't need to buy another, fancy dress or costume. It's good to go. So I think that's why they might have sent him. Yeah, his suit looks good, except for that ridiculously weird thin tie. I gave the song this time a 3. It was a bit of a letdown for me. Performance and fashion, both 5s.
5, so total of 13.
Yeah.
You have been more generous than I have. I've given the song a 4, performance a 4, and a fashion a 3 for a total of 11. The important thing to remember about 1961 is that they avoided getting null point and being the first country ever to get null point because they got 1 vote. Never forget. I bet Bob Benny goes to bed and is like, thank God for that 1 vote. I never would have lived it down. Hey,
you know what? Sometimes 1 point is the world, man. 1
exactly,
point is
right?
the world.
You got to start with 1. Everything from there is a win. Hey, Liz.
Yeah.
Who did Belgium send in 1962?
Would it have been someone new, someone fresh, someone we hadn't seen before, maybe?
Maybe. I reckon it was 4-time Fud.
4-time Fud. All right.
4-time Footy Leclerc. He is back with the song Ton Nom, which means your name. And guess what?
What?
Unlike Bob Benny, he could not avoid the null point.
No! Can I say, this is kind of, because I look at, now the other thing about Fud you may not know is he was also an accomplished piano player. And so I look at it and I'm like, I see the parallels of why they kept sending him. Like, I mean, look at Austria and Udo. Like, look how well that turned out. Every year he came back, he got a little bit better. Unfortunately for Fud, he went the opposite. And every time he came back, his performance got less and less votes.
Yes, he did, however, bring back the finger dancing for this one, which I appreciate.
I have a theory about why this one got 0 points. Do you want to know my theory?
I want to know your theory.
I think Fud got null points in 1962 because of the raw sexualness of his performance. And frankly, 1962 Europe was not ready. I love this sound. Like
prepared.
the big band has got like a real like sexy kind of va-voom to it. He's singing in the sexy French, which is always, as long as it's not rapped, is always sexy. You know, he's given it the finger dancing. Like, he is giving it pure like sexual FUD. And I think basically it was too much for audience, just pure sexiness. It was just too much for the 62 audience. I'm surprised they didn't just like, you know, like pixelate out his fingers, because they were just too raw and sexual for this 1962 audience.
Maybe they just hadn't like invented like blurring out yet, so they were stuck with it. They were like, "Curses, he's outsmarted us."
Literally, a man comes in with a suit with like a big sheet of black cardboard and just holds it in front of his fingers. Don't look at his filthy, dirty, sexual fingers.
That would have got him more points, honestly. Now, this was the joint first song ever to get null point at Eurovision. I did not look up what the other one was, but this was equal first song ever to get null point. So congratulations, Fud. But we can see why he wasn't 5-time Fud. He was 4-time Fud for a reason, right?
No, but see, it comes back like this. Like, so far, this was my favorite of all the Belgium entries, was this one.
Yeah.
And I think out of all the songs, this one actually stands up the best. So I think it was a testament. I think it was a case of the song was too ahead of its time.
Yeah,
he was too ahead of his time.
Yeah, I definitely think this was a better song for him than Bob, at least the year before, maybe even Fud in 1960. This did not deserve last place as far as I'm concerned, unless song, unless it was entering in like 2015, the Super Contest. I don't think this deserved last place at all. I've given the song a 5, performance a 6, and a fashion a 5 for a total of 16.
Okay, well, I gave the song a 6, performance 7, fashion 7. He went out, got a suit that fit. It's all about that FUD, baby. Woo woo!
Can't get enough of that wonderful FUD. All right, 1963 was Jacques Raymond with Warum.
Apparently, say it again.
Warum?
Apparently, Warum. What sound like Warum? Warum.
The roof is on fire. This one finished 10th, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, apparently Warum translates as why. And I think that is translate as in he's singing, why did I wear this suit? Again, I don't know.
The jacket is so poorly fitted on this one.
Oh, my Lord. It is so terrible. And so why am I wearing this suit? I think the other question he's asking is, why has this camera just zoomed in on me and refused to move? Like, they've just come in for the close-up, and then I don't know if like the wheels fell off the camera or something, but they just did not move.
They just
for the
leave
next, like,
the camera
3
there,
minutes.
go off for their coffee break, come back, shift the camera slightly to the left so we can leave. Yeah.
He's like, I'll just stand here awkwardly, shall I, with it zoomed in on my face.
Well, the thing I noticed is about that camera is that stage was really the first one where it was this big open space.
Yeah.
And that kind of stood out to me. And I don't know if that changed my perception of the performance, but it was nice that it wasn't just them standing. Well, like he was, obviously, but he's all
he
looking
couldn't
off
move.
wistfully, just looking around, just, and it kind of added some emotion to it for me. I actually really liked this song.
For me, it was just too much emotion, too close.
Yeah.
Like, zoom out, zoom out.
He's a good-looking man, though. Can we just point out, Jackie in his bedroom eyes, he could get it. Let's be real. Not in 2020, but he could have back in 1960. If I had been born 30 years earlier, if I'd been born 50 years earlier and was of legal age in 1963, he could have gotten it.
You would have hit that?
Oh, if I had been born in 1945, yeah, he could have gotten that.
Oh, yeah.
But over to you. What did you give the song? Enough about my crush.
I gave the song a 5, I gave the performance 4, and I gave the fashion a 1. That suit is awful. Maybe that's why they just zoomed in, because nobody wanted to look at that suit he was wearing.
I didn't even notice how bad the suit was until they zoomed back out, and I was like, oh, that jacket is hideous. I've given the song an 8. I really liked it. I gave the performance an 8 as well, but the fashion only a 4. That's because he's cute.
Oh, why are you even giving it a 4? It's
because
awful.
he's a good-looking man.
But that's not fashion.
Man makes the clothes.
No, that goes in performance, surely. If you're like, oh, I'd hit that. That's all performance.
1960. No, that's what they call me. That's written on the back of this onesie. 1964 was Robert Kogoy with, oh, you have to do the French. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Pres de ma rivière?
Yeah, that'll do. Near my river, finished 10th.
Oh, what is their fascination with the rivers? Is this someone else about to, like, flop themselves off?
Maybe there's, like, one road in Belgium and it runs along the river. And every time someone's going to write a song, they look out the window and they're like, well, that's what I'll write my song about.
There's just someone, way!
Yeah.
Like,
oh, God, I wish I was kayaking on that river. And then they express it through song. That's just my theory.
Okay.
Yeah, go with it.
Let's go with. Can I say, when I Googled this, first of all, I Googled it, this black and white film clip, you know, sort of came up. I was like, you know, doing something. So I just sort of, you know, clicked on it and it started playing. And I turned around and because it was in black and white and I had to do a, for a start, I'm like, oh my God, is this the first male ponytail at Eurovision?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Realized, I realized what I was watching was him actually performing the song in about 1982. And it was in black and white. And oh my Lord, can I say, like, in those like 17 years time is not kind. For a start, all he's just spent the last 17 years growing a man ponytail. And
yes. Oh, hang on. I think we watched the same video because, of course, 1964 is the contest where no footage exists.
Like through a field.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's him performing it in like 1980. Because I was just like, I was so traumatized. And he looks like, you know how in movies, when, you know, whenever they do like, you know, Taken Part 18 with Liam Neeson, where like his wife's chef has been now, you know, kidnapped by some like dodgy, you know, European sex traders, and they find the most cliched person that they can find to cast, you know, as the evil Europeans.
You never take the short route to these things, do you?
Robert in 1980s would have been cast in like Taken Part 16 because I'm just like, no, I am not. If he'd be like, if I saw him trying to buy a drink for a lady, you'd be like, oh, it's totally Rahipnol in that. Like, not him, but, you know, someone looking with that look in the 80s. Like, you know what he looks like? He looks like an old Robert Carlyle. If Robert Carlyle never had a job.
I can't remember who Robert Carlyle is, but I'll believe you.
I can't talk to you when you're like this.
I know. I don't
Train spotting?
I've seen Train Spotting. It doesn't matter. Look, we don't. What did you give the song?
Yeah, I gave the song a 4, performance 4, fashion 4. I think I was being generous. I think I was just...
Yeah, you've definitely been like, wow, Robert Carlyle, he's amazing. I love him. Here's some bonus points for him.
That actually, I think that's what it could be. Robert Carlyle is one of my favorite actors. So once I saw it, I was kind of like, oh, extra points for you.
I've given the song a 3. This one was really, it's not my cup of tea. It doesn't grab me. It doesn't go anywhere. So the song's a 3.
I think that's the right decision.
Yeah, performance was a 3. Fashion a 5. He could have gotten more points, but I don't remember who Robert Carlyle is. So that probably helped me out a bit.
Ravenous. He eats people. No?
Nah.
Hamish Macbeth.
Oh,
he was Hamish Macbeth.
Was he Jabba the Hutt?
I hate you so much. Why do I talk to you? Why are we even friends?
Well, friends is an overstatement. 1965.
Oh!
In fact, you know what? I need you to read. Just, you know what? Open 1965 for us. Who did they send and what was it called?
1965 was Lizzie Mark with Olshet Wins Lentius. Totally.
It's something close to that. Yeah, I'm sure. Als het wir Lente is. Oh God, Thank God no one listens from the Netherlands, or we'd never be allowed. Although, the Dutch Antilles, we're screwed. Anyway, she's got a nice voice, but she sings so much of this song in side profile.
Yeah, I think basically, this song is totally unremarkable, but she was trying, she was really trying to polish this turd, so, good on you, but, yeah, I know, it's like, how when they say, to people, do you know you're making a stinker of a movie while you're in it? I think you can actually see her face. She knows she's singing a stinker. But she's committed. They've paid for the airfare, so she's given it all she's got.
Yeah, I you know what I did notice? She's brought back finger art, the Belgian fine art of finger dancing. That's what I noticed her do.
Well, that's to try and distract you from the crapness of this song. That's why.
Excuse me, no song could be crap when there's clicking of the fingers involved. That takes skill. Can you click your fingers?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm giving this song a 2. I'm giving the performance a 4, and I'm giving the fashion a 1. It's awful.
Okay, so this one finished last, and I think we need to get into a bit of why it finished last.
It sucked.
It was terrible. Yes, but Lisa also song. She showed up wearing her nightgown. They could have given her $10 and sent her to the op shop, to the Salvos, and been like, hey, doing the Eurovision later, could I get something that isn't my Nana's nightgown? And then
she could have taken one of the extra giant jackets that the men were wearing from a previous year and just tied a belt around it. Bam, there you go, forward fashion. Put it on backwards. You're Celine Dion.
Ne partez pas sans moi. Wait, by the way, way to keep it Eurovision relevant, Celine Dion. I didn't think too much about this song. Song 4, performance 4, fashion 3 for a total of 11. 1966, Tonya with... Oh, no, you'll go again. I do this every week. It's your go.
Un pois de poivre, un pot de sal.
Sure. A bit of pepper, a bit of salt, finished 4th.
I like this. This is sort of it was that upbeat sort of 60s playfulness that I want and expect from the 60s.
I agree. I really like this song. I really like this one.
Yeah. This was definitely Belgium sort of going out of their comfort zone.
Trying to finishing in the top 5.
Yeah. No, but not having something depressing about throwing yourself in a river. It was just, it was just fun. It was upbeat. They were bringing the FUD back. That's what they were doing. They were putting the FUD in the 60s.
They were heading back to their fuddy ways.
The only problem that I have with this song, and it's all the fashion, it is ridiculous. It is such an upbeat 60s playful song, yet they have her in a floor-length debutante dress, which does not go with the playful 60 vibes at all. Just fashion fail.
This is a song about making a love potion. So un peu de poivre in un peu de sel. God, I'm never going to be allowed back in Europe. Those are some of the ingredients for this love potion that she's making, which by the end of the song is successful. Good. I think she's got, a lot of expression, a lot of charisma. I actually don't mind the dress because she twirls at the end and I think it's really cute. She's just adorable. She's got moves, for someone who does not move, somehow she has moves, right?
Yeah.
So
no, but see, if she had the little traditional sort of short 60s sort of mini dress with the big boots, how fun would that have been?
Yeah, it was a bit conservative almost.
It was so conservative. I just think it didn't go with the song at all.
So what did you give this one?
I gave the song a 6. I gave the performance a 6, but I have to give the fashion a 1.
Oh wow,
it's just an absolute fail.
I've gone in a completely different way. I've given the song a 7, performance a 7, and fashion a 6 for a total of 20.
Wow. Yeah, no, the good thing is, if we were ever at a dress sale, we would not have to fight because we would not be fighting for the same dresses.
1967, Louis Neefs with this song. Whoa, ik heb zorgen, whoa, ik heb zorgen, oh, whoa, ik heb zorgen, oh, whoa, ik heb zorgen. I Have Worries finished 7th.
Oh my God. You know what, all I can say looking at this? It's Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Jim Carrey has gone back to 1967 and is performing at Eurovision. He's got the exaggerated facial expressions, the exaggerated finger pointing. Like, it's Jim Carrey.
I can't stop thinking about the Grinch.
Oh my God, can you imagine the Grinch does Eurovision?
Oh, all right, okay.
Oh my God. How the thing is though, okay, the Grinch at Eurovision, okay, this is how would you mark that for fashion? Because if he just comes like, it's fur, you're like, oh, look at that fur, it's so Eurovision. But really, he's just naked. Would he be allowed to perform on Eurovision? Because technically he's naked. What if he just wears like a tie? Like, technically, that's no pants.
Yeah, I guess. Donald Duck doesn't wear pants. What are we doing? We're not meant to be talking about Eurovision. All right, so ich heb Sorgen.
What if Louis Neefs doesn't wear pants?
I'm all for it, honey. I am all for it. This one starts out way cheerier than I thought a song called I Have Worries would start out.
That's because
Do you know what
it's
I mean?
Jim Carrey. It's Jim Carrey.
Liz, I'm in love with this song. I have it. It is the only song since we started this that I'm like, I'm putting it on my playlist. I want to hear that all the time. Whoa, whoa, ik heb zorgen, no, whoa, ik heb zorgen, no, whoa. Oh, it's catchy. For the next 3 songs in Belgium, I sang this song through them.
They might ask for a recount if you've scored them poorly.
Yeah, I know, right? And you know what? You know what else there was? You know what Belgium are the masters of? You know what Belgium have gotten really figured out?
What has Belgium really figured out?
Finger performances with their fingers. And I love it. This song is infectious. I wasn't expecting it. This deserved an encore. I've given the song an 8, performance a 7, fashion a 7 for a total of 22.
Wow, you really love. Can I say one of the things about this song is just when you think this song is all over and they've stopped, no, surprise chorus. You think like that's it, pack it up. People are like starting to walk away and they're like, da 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 da. And you're like, holy shit! People scrambling back for their chairs. Surprise chorus. I love it.
Do you think
absolutely love it?
So a couple of years ago, I took Jamie to see Wicked, you know, the musical, and there was intermission. But Jamie was like, oh, that was a weird play. It didn't really end the way I thought it would. And I was like, that was the first half. Do you think like the audience were like, oh, this was the first half of Ich hab Sorgen. And then boom, there he was.
Can I say the Dawn of the Dead remake, just quickly. So some people survive the shopping mall, they get on a boat, they sail off, but then it's one of those, it was because it was before the Avengers, you got to watch the credits, and when you get to like the end of the final credits, they actually, you know, make it to the island that they're going to, and it's filled with zombies and they all get eaten alive. I lent the DVD to my sister, and my sister was like, oh my God, like, yeah, I'm so glad they like got away, like I'm so glad with the, you know, with the ending. And I'm like, hang on, you were glad with the ending? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, they were
girl,
nice people.
Keep watching.
Yeah, and she's like, what are you? And I'm like, yeah, go back and watch the titles. The ending is different to what you think it is.
And that's exactly how Belgium was in 1967. Louis Neefs went in and ate the audience, and it was great. What have you given this one, by the way?
I gave the song a 5. I give the performance a 6. Jim Carrey, it was his best work, and I give the fashion a 5.
For a total of 16. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You really, really loved this one, didn't you?
I really like this song. It's just kitschy enough for me to be like, yes, yes, Daddy, give me more Daddy Louis Neefs, who I think might be dead. Who knew? 1968 was Claude Lombard with, nope, it's French. You'll go.
Quand tu reviendras?
Reviendras? Quand tu reviendras? I don't know. I trust
totally
you.
What I said. Can we just add quickly?
Yes.
Claude is a lady.
Yes, it's a lady Claude.
I've never met a lady Claude before. I've met a Claudette, never a lady Claude.
Oh, I guess it is the female version of Claude.
Yeah.
Claudia? Doesn't matter. It's not the point. Maybe she's a
No,
Claudette.
you know what?
Maybe
No, you
she's...
rock it, sister. Like, you do whatever you want.
you, Claude.
Yeah, damn right.
This one finished 7th, and she wants her lover back, please. Pretty please with sugar on top. Please come home.
Yeah, this song is depressing.
Yeah, I couldn't give a damn.
She's a depressing lady.
Yep.
I think he left her because she was so depressing. Everything, like even to like what she's wearing. Like, this is the Eurovision that is synonymous with Cliff Richard, with the iconic blue velvet,
That's
suit,
right.
with the fluffy Austin Powers, like, oh my God, like, amazing fashion. She is wearing a plain purple ankle length skirt, and basically she's just thrown a lace tablecloth, like,
over the top, right?
Over her top region. It just snore. Yeah, this was a real come down from the year before. We are back. You know what? I'm starting to get worried about, like, Belgium. Like, should we send them some counselling?
Like,
I think
do they need
to
therapy?
Talk to somebody.
Can we get them some therapy on Australian Medicare? Just be like,
yeah,
it's for Belgium, all of it, like all of Belgium.
And they'll be like, oh, fair enough. Yeah, they're very depressed. And I mean, really depressed. Not like, oh, I'm a little bit depressed. Like, I'm going to throw myself in the river depressed.
They're like clinically depressed. They're like medicatable. I've given her...
Can I just take this moment just to reach out and just ask, are you okay, Belgium? Are you okay? Do you need to talk? If you need to talk, we are always here, Belgium. We'll sit down, we'll have a cup of hot chocolate, and
it's going to be
don't throw yourself in the river.
Yeah, it'll be wild if the Prime Minister of Belgium just slides into our DMs sometime this week.
Yeah, that is good. We'll wiggle some fingers, and we'll eat some chocolate. And,
it'll be wholesome. This one was a little too Spanish for me to be. It was a very Latin-y influenced song. It sounded very should have come from Spain or Portugal for a Belgian entry. I had to give her points. Hated the outfit, but I did like her bangs.
Yeah, not enough to save it. Not enough. Oh, ironically, that was the only bang in this performance. I gave the song a 1, I gave the performance 1, and I gave the fashion a 0.
Wow, yet another score of 2 from you tonight. You are a cruel mistress. I've been a lot nicer than you. I've given the song a 3, performance a 4, fashion a 6, all for the bangs, for a total of 13.
Yeah, no, I get that. I respect the bangs.
Yeah, you gotta respect bangs, or else what is sacred? Honestly. Hey, our last song.
Speaking of bangs,
it's my boy, 1969. Whoop whoop, Louis Neefs with Jennifer Jennings. My boy Louis.
Oh my God, have you got a crush on him too?
So this is my thing. I've actually written, I think Louis Neefs is my Udo Jürgens.
Oh my God, really?
I love this crazy old man. I'm all for it. I'm all about it. I'm emotionally attached. I'm like, it's wild, right?
Wow.
So now this song, Jennifer Jennings, came 7th, as did his previous entry, and was written about a fictional woman named Jennifer Jennings, who turned out to be a real woman in the UK, and her and Louis became friends because of it.
What?
He wrote a fictional song about a fictional Jennifer Jennings and ended up being real friends with a real Jennifer Jennings. How crazy.
So she just slipped into his DMs. Hey, I'm Jennifer Jennings.
Whatever
the
1969 version of a DM is.
Was it like, hey, I'm Jennifer Jennings. You owe me money.
Yeah.
You owe me copyright. You owe me loyalty. And his lawyers were like, just take her out to lunch, like hang her out or something, so she doesn't sue us. We're liable.
Yeah. You've tainted this otherwise very pure story.
Yeah. How long do I have to be friends with her? For life. This is a life deal. If you want to keep getting royalties, okay, just, keep her on the happy.
I'm not sure he made too many royalties off of this one. Let's be real.
Oh my God, I just spat my drink on myself when you said
I know,
that.
I was waiting till you put the cup up to your mouth. No, this one, I like this one. He does that big above his head clap a couple of times, which I think is just fucking cute as.
Oh my God, the first time he did it, because like when he first came out, he just reminded me of a drunk uncle.
Yeah.
And then like he came out and then just out of nowhere, because he'd been standing there. Yeah, he throws his arms up in the air like he's having a seizure. Just like, whoa! And yeah, I gotta admit, I loved him when he did that. I thought that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, this was a fun little number. Louis hasn't let us down yet. I'm not sure if he comes back, but I've only seen up to 1969 thus far.
That's it. Oh my God, he could be like every performance in 1970.
He might have been... Nope, can't think of any Belgian performances from after 1969 just yet. Anyway, I've given the song a 7, performance a 7, fashion a 7. Straight across the board, 21.
Okay. I gave the song a 5, the performance a 6, and I gave the fashion a 4.
Oh, you are a harsh mistress.
Yeah, it just looked like a suit. He was like, he'd clearly just been at work and had been down the pub.
Yeah, exactly.
And had a couple of pints, hence the flailing and the flapping about. So, yeah.
So, Liz, that brings us to the end of our first installment of Belgium. We've done up to 1960s.
I'm worried about Belgium at this stage. I'm really worried.
Well, worry no more, because would you like to know our top 3 Belgian entries?
Oh, well, no, we've got to wait till we get to the end of Belgium.
You don't want to know which ones were our favourite of the week? Let me tell you.
All right, let me know.
Let me tell you our number 1 favourite. In third place is Food. In second place is Louis Neef's 1969 Jennifer Jennings. And
yes,
I've pulled a Liz where I've overscored a song you don't care about too much and it's risen to the top. Number 1 is 1967's Whoa, whoa, ik heb zorgen, oh, whoa, ik heb zorgen, oh, whoa, ik heb zorgen. Louis Neef's 1967, ik heb zorgen. Zorgen? I don't speak Dutch.
You and Louis need to get a room. Oh my God, well, actually, here's a question for you. Because if you got your time machine, would you... so what years did he perform?
67 and 1969.
Okay, so here's the question. Would you go back to 1967 and pick him up and take him back to like 1969 for your ultimate like threesome?
You know what? Ask me next week. I might have an answer for you. I'll think about it. I'll think long and hard about this one.
Just wiggle your fingers about. Wiggle your fingers about.
All right. So that is part 1 of what I think is going to be a 4-part series look at Belgium.
It's definitely going to be a 4-part, I think.
Yeah,
so when's the next episode going to be released?
So
is it going to be released on Tuesday?
Yes, the episode will be up Tuesday morning Australian time. Then, of course, another one Friday. And then, last but not least, 4th episode for Belgium, the Tuesday after that.
Woohoo!
We've got a little system.
Yeah, we
figured
just got
out
to. There's so many Belgium songs.
Oh, there's just so much to it. Thank you for listening to all of you, not just the people I mentioned at the beginning, not just the Alexanders and the Emilys and the Connors and the Raffs and my mothers, but to everyone else. If this is your first episode, stick around, go back through everything we've done. We get better, trust me. Like if you start at the beginning, it's rough.
Oh, that's don't promise stuff we can't deliver.
You're right.
Yeah, and if you keep listening, maybe you two can win our love.
Yeah, you might get a shout out. Engage with us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook, Douze Points Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, Douze Points Podcast. You can hit up our DMs. Like I said, we're never shy about replying to your messages. Engage with us. We will almost certainly hit you back up unless you're a Russian bot trying to sell me a watch. But other than that, yeah, we totally got you.
Can I say, people could DM me all the time, but I will literally talk about nothing but my cats.
Cats.
Literally nothing but my cats. The occasional like zombie film reference, but mainly just cats.
So thank you for listening. We will see you on Tuesday for Belgium from the years... I had it written down and I've just lost it, Liz. Belgium from the years of 1970 to their first ever victory in 1986. So tune in for that. Other than that, love you. Kisses. Mwah. Any last words?
No, I just seriously, I think we should call Belgium. I'm not sure they're doing okay. Maybe send him a fruit basket or something. I don't know.
Just a fruit basket made up of like antidepressants. Xanax.
Yeah. Maybe we could just, wiggle our fingers across the ocean. Yeah.
Don't Hebsorgen, Belgium. We're always here for you. Love you. Good night. Mwah.
No. Finger waggle.